Hey YouTube, this is Firewizard23, and we're ready for another Transformers review, the 1984 Transformers review for the episode Roll For It. So here we go. Okay, kind of another standard run-of-the-mill episode here. Roll For It. Okay. So we start off with Stars being like, "Oh, I'm the new leader of the Decepticons," and he tries his first plan and it fails. Which, by the way, the humans instantly recognize a Decepticon. I'm like, really? Like, you just no Decepticons. I mean, I guess they generally understand that the Autobots are good, so they know only Decepticons would attack them. But it's just like, really, the world just understands this now. It gets better later in the episode. The policemen point guns at the Decepticons. That's supposed to stop them. I don't think the humans have quite figured out the dynamic. I don't think the show has figured out the dynamic yet. Okay, so come back to Megatron and Cybertron, and he's with Shockwave. It's been 4 million human years that have passed. No discussion of has Cybertron changed? Has anything happened I should know about? Nope. And Shockwave just sends him back to Earth because the highway he can just still do that. I'm assuming that's going to come into play later, but that's pretty amazing. And he already has a plan while he's on Cybertron. We need to attack the antimatter science facility and steal the antimatter formula. Like, okay. I mean, good to know he's forward thinking, but it's just okay that he just knows that. Got it. And then we cut to the antimatter place, and Bumblebee is going there along with Spike and his friend Chip, the wheelchair kid for this episode. This is how this show maintains some inclusivity. And the guard is like, when Bumblebee transformed, he's like, "Wow, I've never been an Autobot before." I guess he just has the same equivalent of, "Wow, I've never met a murderer before." Okay. Shock people. You need shock. And it just occurred to me the whole Autobots Decepticon thing with the transitions in the show. I think it's just to let the kids in the audience know what faction we're with. Like, if you see the Autobot symbol come forward, then you know that it's the Autobots we're with. If you see the Decepticon symbol come forward, you know we're with the Decepticons. It's a pretty good way of letting the audience know, because it's not easy to tell that unless you were familiar with the show who you're dealing with. I love how Megatron's like, "Flesh creature, give me the antimatter formula." I thought we'd already established they're called humans, unless he's just being, evil and being a jerk. Learning some of the names. Prowl is the police car. Ratchet is the med car. Got it. Okay, so Prowl, because his ability to move gets damaged, he uses his Wi-Fi basically to contact the nearest computer system, and he finds Chip's computer, and Chip is able to use his computer to control his 1980s computer to control Prowl. Okay. All right, you can just do that. Got it. 80s computers were apparently a lot more sophisticated than we give them credit for. Okay, Ravage busts in the house trying to stop Chip, to get to Chip, because Chip was sent the antimatter formula, and Chip takes one look at Ravage, and he's like, "Ravage." Like, he knows the Decepticons are coming. Like, Decepticons are coming. If I crack this disc, then they can't get the data. But when Ravage comes in, he's like, "Ravage." How did you know that was Ravage? I get the whole you're told what an Autobot is and what a Decepticon is, but you know what Ravage is. Okay. Okay. So he thinks that was going to work, but no, Megatron, Soundwave extracts the data from his mind. So these Transformers have the capacity to extract knowledge from human minds. Okay. Megatron makes the antimatter, And during this whole rescue sequence, the Autobots, when they transform into cars, they can go up the stairs that were meant for humans. I love that. I'm still having fun with the episodes, despite how ridiculous some of these things are. I'm still enjoying them. Okay, Megatron throws an antimatter cube at them, and there's seriously this huge animation explosion. It seriously started to kill them all, and sure enough, they're banged up a lot. The Ratchet has to put them all back together. And Megatron puts the antimatter into himself, transforms into his gun form, so it's like super powerful now. So it's like he's gonna stop the Autobots now. Okay. So the plan to get the gun away from Starscream, who's firing the gun, is Optimus Prime rolls towards him like he's gonna charge him. Brawn physically picks him up off the ground, throws him at Starscream to knock the gun out of his hand. Wackiness? Okay. And my god, the Decepticons are slow against humans. I mean, Spike walks up with a little drill thing to drill into his foot, and I guess that's supposed to be distracting this one Decepticon. I forget which one it is. It's not like one of the main ones, it's like one of the side ones. But then Chip rolls up in his wheelchair, puts this device on, similar to what they did with Prowl, and they control this Decepticon's body with the 80s computer technology. Basically almost overloading Megatron. He has to transform back out and throw the antimatter out of him. He's like, I was so close to victory. Weren't you making energon cubes of the antimatter? Don't you still have them? I guess they abandoned them or whatever. Maybe they blew up in the explosion or something. Where did it go? Enjoyable. Again, some continuity flubs. I'd give it like an 8. I haven't been giving these episodes points, but I'll give this like an 8. So next time, we'll go on to the next episode, which is entitled Divide and Conquer. This is Firewizard23. Take care and bye-bye for now, everybody.